How to know your Myers-Briggs from the ESFP. Put my shirt back on. That's just to get your attention. Number 1, are you extroverted or introverted? The only way to really know this is the pennies question. Are you fueled by people that you don't know? If you know them, sorry, you're an introvert. You're fueled by people you already know. That doesn't count. Start your day off with 0 pennies and you gain pennies and energy by talking to other people. That's an extrovert. Strangers, not people you know. Introverts start off with 5 pennies and eventually they lose their pennies and have to go be quiet and reset alone. Introvert. Put my shirt back on because now it's freezing. That's I or E. Only 2 each. There's only 4 letters. 2 options each. Second one is an N or an S. Are you a sensor or an intuitive? There's already an I, so we use the letter N. Intuitives have this filter over their eyes. Like you're talking to them and they have to process and then respond to you. Sensors are like snappy, pretty present. I, for example, am a sensor. N's are not stupid. Some sensors may think so, like an ISTJ, for example, really judgmental types. Intuitives just have that filter, that glaze over their eyes. Remember, people, this is like half and half for each population question. You can't be biased. Or typist, rather. I'm still freezing. Let me get a shirt on. I or an E, N or an S. We're halfway there. You ready? Moving on to the third question. Are you warm or are you cold? A feeler or a thinker? Thinkers are more logical, practical, pragmatic. They don't necessarily think things through. That would be a combination of the other letters combined. But they think more than they feel. Rather, are you emotional? Are you more prone to cry? Then you're an F for feeler. Thinkers are cold versus warm. Pretty straightforward in my opinion. A lot of people seem to get confused on this one. Just trying to make somebody cry without, kicking them where it hurts. And see how they respond. That's how you know. Again, 2 each, T or F, I-E, and S or TF. 1, 2, and 3. Final letter. You ready? J or P. This one's the most tricky. J's are a little more rigid, more structured. You can have a structured P for perceiving, meaning receptive. J's prejudge a situation. They have rules. P's are like, well, let's see what kind of rules we can bend. Do you follow rules or do you try to manipulate the system as best you can all the time? Now there are those who try to hijack rules like the INTJ because they don't like the system. Therefore, the architects or the villains try to change that. So now you're like, oh man, how do I know this final letter? And then people start messaging me privately and they're like, hey, can you talk to me and my husband or my wife or my partner and I, we just don't know who we are. And I'm like, sure, I'll use somebody else's systems to kind of type you. And that's fine. If you want that extra verification, feel free to message me privately. That's fine. I'll do some consultation. But the thing is, you can't verify your horizontal code. These are horizontal, like E, N, whatever, FP, that's horizontal. To verify, to know for sure, you gotta look at the vertical code. And that is a code of 8. Rather, it's a code of 4 to be technical, introverted and extroverted, creating 8. I mean, this is where it gets very complex. I'm trying to make it simple in one video here, guys. Once you get it down to at least 3 letters, then message me or put your thing in the comments and say, hey, I'm debating on these options, and then maybe something in the comments can help you understand that better, or message me and I can help you, or be like, hey, how do I know the difference between these two, and I can make a whole video on that. And if I don't respond to your message within the next few days, again, just message me. And remember, once you know these things, this doesn't mean you know everything about yourself. This gives you clarity on what your strengths and weaknesses are prone to be. That's the point of this stuff. It's based on psychology, on observational psychology. Some people are very adamant about their Enneagram. And Enneagrams are a whole different thing too. That's more about your motivation for what you do. That's a little bit harder to distinguish. And then, let's say you get your horizontal code and you're like, oh man, it doesn't fit me exactly stereotypically because there's only 16. Well, then you look at your subtype of your Myers-Briggs. Always divided by 4, and that's where it gets very complicated. Then you're gonna need a Google. But beyond that, I hope that helped. That overall helps us be more interested in who we are, learn more about ourselves, and function better in life. I'm Eric Osmond. Hope this has helped you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following. I'd say 99% of people who watch this channel actually don't end up following. If you like what you see here, give me a follow and I can make more. Much love and happy holidays.